Hello, my name is Thomas Bai, and today we will be taking a look at some of the chemistry demonstrated in the 2015 film The Martian, starring Matt Damon, which is based on the book The Martian by Andy Weir. More specifically, we will be focusing on the creation of water scene, which on Mars seems unfathomable to do. And before we view the clip, which will be shown in two parts, we need to first understand the chemical reaction, as well as the elements and substances that are present. The main reaction is a catalytic decomposition, in this case of hydrazine, which is when hydrazine breaks down into nitrogen and hydrogen gas with the help from a catalyst. The second reaction is synthesis of water by burning oxygen with hydrogen gas. Hydrazine is an inorganic compound with the chemical formula of N2H4. It is a simple nitrogen hydride and is a colorless flammable liquid with an ammonia-like odor. It is also extremely toxic. Hydrazine is mainly used as a foaming agent in polymer foams, but can also be used as rocket fuel. The catalyst used in this case is iridium the solid, which is a hard, brittle, silvery gray metal in the transition metals group. And in the following clip, you'll see in a bit that it is in many small pieces. And I think this is to create more surface area, which allows for more collisions of ions and atoms, and thus a higher rate of reaction. Now that we're more familiar with the chemistry, onto the first part of the clip.
The problem is water. I have created 126 square meters of soil, but every cubic meter of soil requires 40 liters of water to be farmable. So I gotta make a lot more water. Good thing is I know the recipe. You take hydrogen, you add oxygen, you burn. Now I have hundreds of liters of unused hydrazine at the NDV. If I run the hydrazine over an iridium catalyst, it'll separate into N2 and H2. And then if I just direct the hydrogen into a small area and burn it. Luckily, in the history of humanity, nothing bad has ever happened from lighting hydrogen on fire. NASA hates fire because of the whole fire makes everybody die in space thing. So everything they sent us up here with is flame retardant, with the notable exception of Martinez's personal items. I am sorry, Martinez, but if you didn't want me to go through your stuff, you shouldn't have left me for dead on a desolate planet. By the way, I'm figuring you're gonna be fine with this, given my present situation. So, yeah, I blew myself up. Best guess, I forgot to account for the excess oxygen that I've been exhaling when I did my calculations. Because I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to work here just as soon as my ears stop ringing.
As you saw in the first clip, after adding the fire to the reaction, it combusted and knocked Watney into the air. Now this is obviously a safety violation in a proper lab, and as to why this happened, I think it's most likely due to an excess of oxygen in the environment, most likely from probably the carbon dioxide, which was exhaled by Watney. In the second part of the clip, you will see Mark Watney complete the reactions successfully, and you'll also see what he got from it, which is water. it's not certain whether this would be 100% realistic because of external conditions such as Mars's atmosphere compared to Earth's atmosphere. Also, the use of hydrazine in decomposition shown is not accurate whatsoever, because in reality, this process would be a lot more dangerous, as mentioned before, because hydrazine is very toxic and one would require a full bodysuit to deal with it. And secondly, when hydrazine does decompose, it is a very exothermic reaction and produces a lot of heat and a lot of fast and hot gas, around 800 degrees in a couple of milliseconds, which is probably why it's used as a rocket fuel. So yes, in conclusion, there are some chemical flaws and misuses in this film, but I think it makes for some good and interesting content. Onto my overall thoughts. So here are my overall thoughts on this film, which I have watched recently in the past couple of months. I think that this film is scientifically more accurate than a lot of other sci-fi films out there, which is probably why it has a 91% on the Rotten Tomatoes scale. And I would recommend it to anyone interested in science and space and the unknown. Thanks for listening.